23 Productions.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Podcast in Disguise, dude. Kevin Porter, Dallas Baldwin. What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
What's up?
What's going on, dude? We're here fucking reviewing Transport to Oblivion, episode 4 of season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a fun fucking episode, dude. You weren't lying last episode. You literally told me, you were like, Kevin, it's gonna get better. I was like, dude, I was having fun with part 1 through 3, but dude, yeah, this episode rocks.
Especially going into it fresh, it's always fun the first time through. But like I mentioned before, Transformers, at least Generation 1, was one of those things that starts out at a low point, for lack of a better term.
I mean, I had a high point through all that, dude. I was like, fucking Optimus Prime, Soundwave. I'm meeting all these new characters. It was a fun time.
And it's one of the franchises that developed itself as it goes along, where they developed the lore and the characters and everything else that goes into it as they progress through the series. So they keep adding to it and adding more and making it bigger and better as it goes along. It's just one of those series like that. I think that's one of the things that made it timeless like it is.
Yeah, it's cool. You get to episode 4 and Megatron's just like, we're going to build a space bridge. Like, what's up, dudes? Like,
it turns out our cruiser was completely unnecessary.
Well, it's like they open the episode and like, Optimus Prime's just like, he's like, yeah, I can't believe that the Decepticons are no more. And then they cut to them down in the fucking their base and shit. It's like, ha ha ha, they're like, they don't know we're alive. It's like, dude, of course you're alive. We have a whole season going, dude. We're printing cash with these fucking toys, dude.
Yeah, it turns out this franchise is actually pretty big. You guys are greenlit for a whole season now.
Starscream, why did we get renewed? I don't want to work. I made enough money off the first sale of toys. Starscream!
Starscream and Megatron's relationship hasn't developed at all. Apart from Starscream still claiming that he's going to rule the Decepticons one day.
Well, I mean, spoiler alert. I mean, we kind of see that at the end, dude. We're kind of like left on a somewhat cliffhanger.
Yeah, what's going to happen to Megatron? He got transported to Cybertron. There's certainly no way he can get back.
So let's go ahead and break this one down from the very top, Dallas.
Yeah, this one starts with the Decepticons, or the Autobots, and their desert base near Mount St. Hilary, which is also coincidentally just walking distance from the ocean.
I feel like they're like in Yakima or something, dude. they're just like 2 steps away from between Yakima and Kennewick. They're just that fucking big.
That's where it looks like.
But, I mean, they take 1 or 2 steps, dude. Yeah, they're at the fucking ocean, dude, and that's where the fucking Decepticons are.
Plot convenience. But,
sure, very much so. These guys are all about convenience, dude.
But Optimus is walking around having a conversation with Ironhide. Ironhide saying, it's so much better now that the Decepticons are all gone. And Optimus says, I wish I could believe that, Ironhide. And just then Cliffjumper comes out and sees a shadow. And just like Cliffjumper to, go completely berserk at the drop of a hat.
He's a little jumpy, dude. I mean, you can't blame the guy.
He's a little jumpy. He's a little trigger happy.
He's a little trigger happy.
He's like, oh no, Decepticon, because he sees a rock that kind of looks like maybe it's Starscream or one of the other Seekers.
I know, dude. It's just kind of like, dude, that's a fucking rock, bro. Like, come on.
But Cliffjumper proceeds to go berserk and shoot the living shit out of the rock, showering Optimus and Ironhide and boulders. And they're both like, knock it off. It's just a rock, Cliffjumper. Oh, my bad. Sorry, Optimus. You know, PTSD and all.
That's a good point, dude. I mean, the many battles that they've had with the Decepticons, dude.
The war's been hard on everyone.
I know they make mention at the beginning how it'd been like a couple months since what had happened previously on the last episode, and then we cut to the fucking Decepticons down there.
The Decepticons, yep. Shockwave decides to reach out after 4 million years of running Cybertron by himself. Shockwave reaches out and says, "Megatron, are you still out there somewhere?" And of course, Megatron picks right up and says, "Hey, Shockwave." Yeah.
Where you been, buddy?
Yeah, Shockwave, guardian of Cybertron. Oh, Megatron, ruler of Cybertron, and future ruler of the universe. Which I don't think Shockwave had previously been coached on, but whatever.
It's true. I don't think so either.
He decides that he's going to tell Shockwave all about his new genius idea to transport Energon cubes to Cybertron by using a space bridge. You know, the thing they had all this time that they didn't need to build a space cruiser for. But, he just had that in his back pocket. He's like, oh, yeah.
Well, it kind of like, yeah, because you're thinking like the whole point of them is like, okay, we got to get back to Cybertron. And I said this during the episode where it was like, if like the goal of the fucking Autobots and Decepticons is to get back to Cybertron, why don't they just work together to get back? And they, like you said, Decepticons already had the bridge in their back pocket. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, dude. I mean, like, obviously they had to extend the season out, so whatever.
The Decepticons' goal is to pretty much get back to Cybertron, but at least bring enough energy where they can continue to live there without the energy crisis that Cybertron's undergoing. Because you can see in the beginning of the episode that Shockwave is pretty lethargic and is running out of energy and probably siphoning it from wherever he can.
Yeah.
However, those buildings always seem to have lights on.
He's having to suck a lot of dick to get that energy.
Hey, there's more than one way to siphon Energon. The dude don't even have a mouth.
Just makes noise.
He's just a little blinking light bulb in a box on top of his neck.
Sure, dude.
But the Autobots want to get back to Cybertron, but they want to be able to resurrect Cybertron.
Bring it back to its glory days?
Yeah, essentially, Cybertron is a living being, much like them. It's Primus. Kind of like the alternative Unicron, God, Satan, all that. But
it always goes back to the Bible, dude.
Yeah.
Good versus evil, guys. The original story.
Good versus evil, yin and yang, of course. The matrix of leadership that Optimus Prime carries is the living spark of Cybertron.
Hell yeah.
And that's a big, long conversation going back millions and millions of years before Optimus or any of this. But essentially, the Autobots want to return to Cybertron, at which time where they can resurrect Cybertron and it'll begin producing energy on its own, where they don't have to take it from anyone else. Because it's
very noble of them.
That's why they're the good guys.
That's
the
true.
Decepticons are like, just fuck it, we'll just rob these people.
They're just holding up a mini mart. They're like, give us your energy! Give us your energy!
Which is pretty much what they did, because they launched their first attack by taking out the power grid station for an entire city, draining everything. The Autobots find out that the Decepticons are actually back. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Optimus Prime.
Optimus gets a small battle group together and goes to try to liberate this generator plant, in which case he gets shot in the shoulder, Ironhide gets fucked up, and a bunch of chaos ensues. Starscream calls Megatron out, and Megatron tells him he's an idiot.
Starscream, you fucking
Starscream, you That'd be so great if that was actual dialogue.
It's like, we just gotta make our own fan cuts, dude.
We would have already succeeded if you went such a
Starscream, I'm gonna go take a shit.
Don't disturb me when I'm in the commode.
Starscream, come wipe my butt.
You couldn't even do that right.
You can't even wipe my butt right. Starscream! Yeah. So, he gets it all the time, dude.
Starscream takes a lot of shit.
He really does, dude. He really does. Poor Starscream.
But where'd they go from there? Oh yeah, they get the energy that they steal from this generator plant, and they bring it to their space bridge that they've had this whole time.
Whole time.
It disappears and it comes back in certain locations, which I guess is a plot point to make it somewhat elusive.
Sure.
But they're like, well, we got to make sure that this works. So we got a little transport car. We're going to send it through the space bridge, and Shockwave should see it on the other side. But it turns out it requires a little bit of skill because someone actually has to steer it through the space bridge, or it goes off into Oblivion. Hence the name of the episode, Transport to Oblivion. So they're like, well, who are we going to send through it? And Rumble doesn't want to do it. Reflector don't want to do it. Starscream's certainly not going to do it. And they're just then they find Spike and Bumblebee spying on him. And they're like, we've just found our volunteers.
There you go.
They lock him up, throw him in the little transport car, and said, you're going to want to steer towards that point of light because if you don't, you're going to, die.
Well, then, they try to escape, and then fucking Bumblebee got away.
Yeah, Bumblebee.
Dude, totally threw Spike under the bus, dude.
Bumblebee totally has a Blue Falcon moment where he's like, oh, change, transform. Oh, yeah, I'm a transformer. I can transform. And he turns into a Volkswagen Beetle and blows his way through the glass. And Spike, talk about athletics, but Spike's keeping pace with Bumblebee while he's just speeding balls out down this dry riverbed. They had to have been running at least 60 miles an hour. I mean...
Well, Spike don't fuck around, dude.
He
doesn't have the state championship for nothing.
Eat that, Usain Bolt.
Eat that. Fucking Spike from Transformers, motherfucker.
But at that point, Ravage shows up and cuts him off from Bumblebee, and Bumblebee's like, oh, snap. Well, that's not good. And
sorry, dude.
And Spike's like, leave without me. Leave me. The usual hero's like, I'll never leave you. I'm going to save you. Bumblebee's like, yeah, I'll go get the others. And speeds right away. Yeah. With friends like these.
I know, dude. Fucking Bumblebee just, was a little bitch right there. He just totally lost his fucking mind. And then he doesn't even end up getting all the way back. He gets fucking caught by fucking Starscream. And then fucking Megatron just shows up. Even though Starscream did a good job, he's like, you fool. You fool, I can never trust you.
And why did you follow us, Megatron? Because I could never trust you.
I had this handled. Starscream,
and for once, Starscream actually did have things handled.
He really did.
And Megatron just showed up and totally, micromanaged him.
Don't you hate those bosses, dude? Yeah. You're like, I was literally doing the job that you told me to do. You had no point in coming over here and double checking. It's like, here's Bumblebee, fucking asshole. Fucking just walks away. He's like, fuck you, Megatron.
And then Megatron has a brilliant idea. He's going to alter Bumblebee's memory and send him back to the Autobots. So the Bumblebee gets back and says, oh, the Spike and the space bridge, they're in a cave about 90 miles away from here. We got to go rescue him. So the Autobots all run off for this cave. And Megatron's like, yeah, psych, no, we did this on purpose. It's a trap. Again.
Well, it's funny because before they went in the cave and everybody's like, are you sure, Bumblebee? And the one dude at the end was all like, fucking, no, Bumblebee never lies. I'm like, dude, famous last words.
Yeah, Bumblebee'd never leave a fallen comrade or anything like that.
He's a nice guy, dude. I mean, fucking, he was the star of the Michael Bay films. I mean, seriously, dude. What do you mean? I don't know, dude. Yeah, but those fights were fucking badass, dude. Especially on this episode. I had so much fun. Especially in that when they went inside the cave and shit.
Yeah, the fight in the cave was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. Because it kind of left them on the cliffhanger again. It was like, what's gonna happen? And then just Starscream was all fucking... Or yeah, Megatron got the call from fucking Soundwave, right? Shockwave. I'm learning things, ladies and gentlemen. Be nice in the comments. But yeah, Shockwave fucking... Oh, he's like, the fucking... the shit's ready in 4 fucking minutes or whatever. And he's like, we are leaving. And he's like, we must retreat. And Starscream's all fucking, but never retreat. And fucking... He's blasts us out. And I'm just thinking if they could have just blasted themselves out. And then they're like, oh, but they're gonna fucking... Autobots are gonna follow us. And then he's like, not today. And they just create more fucking boulders. And I'm just like... Just shoot through it, dude. The plot points on it. It's clearly this is a children's show.
Which the Autobots immediately do.
Exactly. But they had to use 3 of them together. Starscream just blew it out by himself.
The argument could actually be made that the Decepticons' weaponry is way more powerful.
True.
Which is probably why... I mean, this is all headcanon, of course. Not discussed anywhere or really ever detailed out, but that's kind of what I just figured watching it now as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, Megatron, his arm cannon's literally powered by the energy of a black hole.
It's a good point. I mean, yeah, dude.
I mean, that's got to be way more energy than even than when we Nagasaki Japan.
Right. I mean, Optimus Prime might, have the power to, run a planet, but fucking, Megatron's like, I got fucking black magic, motherfucker.
My weapon is literally powered by fucking dark matter.
Dark matter, dude. Tony Stark, eat your fucking heart out, you fucking bitch. So, yeah, no, but the ending, you get to the ending of the episode there, and, like, what happens? What happens, Dallas?
Well, they end up at the space bridge, and Megatron is, for some reason, very surprised to see them. It's like, I caused a cave-in. Yeah, and they blasted their way out of it. Didn't see that coming. And so they get in another short firefight there. Optimus and Megatron get in a brief bout of fisticuffs, where as Megatron tries to stop the Energon cart from going through unattended, ends up getting knocked into his own space bridge and transported into Oblivion.
I know, he just like walks through and just like the dude's just like, fucking, what's up, dude?
And yeah, hey Shockwave, long time. Megatron, what are you doing here? And I will be avenged and all that. And then Bumblebee, short time after that, it's like, wow, Megatron's gone for good. I thought I'd never see the day. And
he's like, I'm so happy.
As if it's a bit of foreshadowing, Prime once again says, I wish I could believe that, Bumblebee.
We got to make episode 5, guys.
We then cut to Cybertron as the space bridge opens and Megatron walks back into the command center where Shockwave is, saying he's going to find his way back to Earth.
Well, it's like, just go back through the fucking bridge. Like, that was my fucking opinion on it at the end. I was like, you got this bridge here, Dallas, that, like, all you gotta do is, like, have somebody drive this fucking super fast fucking, space car and not die.
And that's the thing, too. It's not like it's an anomaly on Cybertron where the space bridge opens up, because it always opens up in Shockwave's lab.
Right.
On Earth, it's a mystery as to where it's going to be next. Whoever commands that can use it.
So it just, like, randomly disappears then?
Yeah, it randomly disappears and appears in different places, but it always seems to be the same place in a riverbed.
Well, I gotta give him credit, I guess, like,
it's a plot point.
It's a plot point, dude. Definitely something you can always go back to and shit.
But yeah, as far as the receiving end, it's always Shockwave's lab on Cybertron.
Sure. Yeah, no, dude. That was like I was telling you, dude, I thought that was a really fun episode, and definitely, like you said, it is a pick me up in terms of, like, I don't know, action. I don't know, because the other ones had action, but that one seemed to, like, I don't know, I enjoyed it a little bit more on this one.
This one had it had pacing to it.
Ooh, that's a good point, yeah. Okay.
And it wasn't just focused on exposition and showing new characters, because by this point, the characters are all pretty well established.
Sure, that makes sense.
There really aren't too many more introductions for the rest of the season that I can think of.
Fucking Dinobots, bro. They're fucking, we still waiting for the Dinobots. I got a countdown going, dude. It's on the calendar, dude. Fucking June 1st, dude. We're getting to it.
Is that how far out it is?
I have no idea. I have not looked at the calendar, dude. I'm fucking lying to you, bro.
But yeah, the Dinobot exposition, that's pretty cool. Grimlock's a fan favorite.
Yeah,
for good reason.
We bring him up on every single episode, dude. Like, we're huge Grimlock fans. Like, I've been, like, searching around on Amazon, just, like, looking at, like, all the toys and stuff, because, like, you totally got me, like, keeping an eye on the shit. Like, I did a couple of the pre-orders and stuff. Yeah, dude, it's an expensive fucking toy line, dude. That shit is not cheap.
Right now it can be, and that's...
Well, it's like...
the times are the times.
Right, and I totally understand that, dude, because, like, I deal with that, like, when it comes to, like, DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff, and, like, if you don't get something within a certain time frame, dude, like, that Nightmare on Elm Street, I bring it up all the time, that Nightmare on Elm Street fucking box set, dude, the Steelbook's, like, totally got fucked over on that, dude, and I refuse to pay fucking $500 on eBay, dude. Fuck all you scalpers out there, dude, motherfuckers. But yeah, no, dude, it's definitely, I mean, yeah, I mean, most of the price points is like under 30, but like some of them are like $50 on the pre-order, and then yeah, you go on the market out there, dude, it's like $80 for a fucking Soundwave. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing out here?
Yeah, scalping it's an unnecessary evil.
Yeah,
and it should go the way of the dinosaur. Speaking of Dinobots.
Speaking of Dinobots, what are you looking up?
I was looking up something for you, and I think you'll actually be happy to see this.
Well, I sent you that one where it's like the crossover with like fucking G.I. Joe and shit. It's got like Sergeant Slaughter in there and shit.
Yeah, that one. That is so.
That wasn't that expensive. That was like $40 or something.
That's actually a really great price, especially for that crossover line.
Yeah.
I bought all 4 of those that are out right now, and they're planning on doing more. But they take classic G.I. Joe vehicles and they turn them into popular characters. And that one's Cup.
Yeah, that's what they did also with the Ninja Turtle one, and like it transforms into a Ninja Turtle, and it's like it transforms into the van, and like yeah, it's about the same price as the G.I. Joe one. But yeah, no, that's fucking badass shit, dude.
But that was even better because I mean, when you don't look at them as Transformers, they are a 1-on-1 scale representation, almost perfect representation of the G.I. Joe vehicles they were meant to be, like Sergeant Slaughter's Triple T tank.
Hell yeah, dude.
And just the new Autobot symbol there on the nose is the only hint as to what it actually is. Bumblebee turns into the Dune Buggy, the Ostriker.
That's fucking
Megatron
badass.
turns into a Hiss tank.
Hell yeah.
And Soundwave turns into the Thunder Machine for the Dreadnoks.
Damn. Damn, dude.
And still has the tape door that deploys Ravage, which comes with a spiked collar and a leash, where Zorana can hold him like a big cat on a freaking leash.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's fucking badass.
That whole line is cool.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do one where they do the Vamp, the Jeep as Hound.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been some talk that the Mobat, the motorized battle tank, is going to be Optimus Prime.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's fucking cool, dude.
So it'll be cool to see what they come out with soon.
Yeah, I was like fucking around on YouTube and like on the Hasbro, like I don't know if I think it's Hasbro Transformers or some shit, but like they had a video of all the toys that they unveiled, the ones that are on pre-order right now. I guess they premiered them at like the New York Toy Festival. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're familiar with this thing.
Month, yeah.
I'm just getting involved in like this shit, dude, because like I do pay attention to like wrestling action figures. I told you, like my biggest like collection of action figures is wrestling toys.
Mattel had some reveals too.
Yeah, no, they did, and that's there's like these dudes I listen to. It's like the Major Wrestling Podcast or some shit. Major Wrestling Figures Podcast, I think, is like Zack Ryder and fucking Kurt Hawkins and shit, dude. And they just talk nothing about like all about like pro wrestling toys, like new and old and all that stuff, dude. So like I was already like aware of the New York. Now the Transformers gets thrown in there. It's like, oh shit, dude. I'm a fan, dude. I think I'm gonna stop collecting DVDs. I'm just gonna start collecting toys. I'm gonna fill this fucking room up, dude.
You might have every movie ever made, actually.
Yeah, I think I might be done. Yeah, I need to get Passion of the Christ, and we're finished, dude. That's it. So, all right, Dallas. That's where we're gonna end the fucking podcast in disguise, dude. Final thoughts. Transport to Oblivion.
Transport to Oblivion's a 5 out of 5 stars. It's a great episode, and it really shows that this. Past its pilot episode, they didn't run out of ideas. In fact, they're just coming up with all new ones and new ways to show what these characters can do and create stories for them where it doesn't become stagnant or anything like that. And as more characters get introduced, the series picks up even more and gets more interesting and more expansive. And I think that was one of the things that made Transformers as great as it was.
Yeah, dude, I really did enjoy this episode as well. I'll give it 5 out of 5 too. You know, totally. Starscream is still my favorite character. Soundwave's fucking cool. Cliffjumper is fucking badass, dude. Like, he's pretty fucking cool, dude. Again, you know, I always admire the art when it comes to like how they made 1980s like cartoons and stuff, and just like that type of stuff. And I just get like super stoned. I look at the animation. It's like, I don't know, dude. I just love Transformers, and I'm really happy we got to watch this episode. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Porter, Dallas Valadon.
Until next time.